Hey, good evening, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? This is Mickey at the end of a pretty good day. Pretty good day. But hey, I need you to press like, subscribe, and share before we go any further. Okay? I'm going to give you a second to do so. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay? So hey, check this out. The footage you are about to see is true. Ain't no names to change, because ain't nan one of them innocent.
It's incorrect.
It's incorrect.
Okay. Let's go back to the exhibit. Why would you speculate that that's when they started the relationship? What would cause you to put that down as speculation?
I don't recall, but why I thought that it started at the time. But I do recall that he only met her, and I testified to that he met her at that conference, which was in 2019.
You knew that Ashleigh Merchant represented a defendant in this case when you were text messaging with her, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Wow.
And you knew that the reason she was asking you questions about Mr. Wade was because she was trying to show when the relationship began, correct?
No, that's not.
It's not, but the
correct.
beginning of the text message.
They got him pinned down with his own words.
Boots got his boot on his
What
neck.
messages were before this message, before she sent that?
I can't answer that question because I don't have them. All I have is what's in front of you.
Yes.
And it said that she says, do you think it started before she hired me? So you knew, as the counsel for a defendant in this case, that Ms. Merchant was asking you specifically about the knowledge that you had regarding the timing of the relationship between Wade and Ms. Willis, correct?
I mean, based on this, yes, I see what you're saying.
And in response to that, you answered directly on your own what you now claim to be speculation, right?
That's correct.
So I ask you one more time before I move to the next part of this. Why would you speculate when she was asking you a direct question about when the relationship started?
I have no answer for that.
Except for the fact that you do in fact know when it started, and you don't want to testify to that in court. That's the best explanation.
Overruled.
Oh, overruled. Shut up.
That's the true explanation, but you don't want to admit it in court, correct?
No, I have no direct knowledge of when the relationship started.
I'm not going to go back through that again. But if you didn't know, and you were asked specifically as this exhibit shows, maybe you can explain why you wouldn't say, I don't know.
Is that a question? You're asking me a question to answer?
Wow.
State that again, I apologize.
If you're being asked, as we've just gone through with this text message from Ms. Merchant,
Yes.
as the attorney for a co-defendant,
Yes.
and she's asking you about the relationship, and she's clearly asking you about the timing, why wouldn't you just have said in response, I don't know when it started?
I don't know why I didn't say I don't know.
Maybe, again, it's because you know what the truth is, and that's why you answered exactly the way you did it in Defense Exhibit 26, correct?
No, I can't sit here and tell you that what you just stated was correct.
Right. What you want the court to believe, and you want the rest of us to believe, is that for some unknown reason, Upon being asked a direct question about when the relationship started, you decided on your own to simply speculate and put it down in a text message as opposed to putting down what you actually knew. That's what you want the court to believe, correct?
That was a lot. So can you break that down? I apologize. You're asking me what I
Okay,
want the
well,
court to-
here we go. Man, did you see that shit right there? Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful who you choose as friends and shit, because guess what? They will flip like a pancake, won't they? Brother was scared, wasn't he? He was scared looking, yeah, because somebody done pulled his little coattail and said, look, brother, you talk if you want to, and we gonna take your milk dud head out. I don't know if that really happened, but man, but the cold part about it, after all that yesterday, today, oh, the text messages that he was sending back and forth with that chick that was grilling him earlier on this, well, not the man, but the white girl, Ashleigh, they released all those. Somebody actually leaked them. Some attorney actually leaked them to the public. 30 pages, back and forth of text messages, starting from like January 5th. Oh my God. This dude really told her a lot of information they did not know, didn't have a clue it existed, and how significant certain people were. Like the condo that Fanny was living in briefly, because she had to move out of her house briefly because she was getting all kind of death threats and stuff because of this case. So she had to kind of hop around. She had to hop around from place to place for her own safety. So she ended up staying in a friend's condo. Okay? The friend has been, she was a reluctant witness apparently because she really didn't want no parts of this. But it was her condo that Fanny was living in briefly. And the woman didn't live there. Okay? She was just actually moving out because I guess she was getting married or something. And it was ironic that at that particular time, Fanny needed somewhere to, squat. And so that's where she went, to her friends to stay. But, and that's the location that they were concerned about, or they were really trying to figure out how are they hooking up with each other. So when they refer to this this condo in the hearings and stuff, that's the one that they're referring to, because she had to stay a couple of places. But man, Terrance gave it up. I was reading some of the text messages between them. It was on television. And man, I mean to tell you, if that's a friend, you don't need no enemies, brother. But the worst part about it, not the fact that they were friends, not the fact that they were business partners, because apparently business partners come and go in that industry, and especially in Atlanta. Okay? But Terrance was Nathan's attorney during his divorce. And that's when Nathan was telling him all that, because Nathan was telling him all kinds of stuff. I guess men talk just like women do. Man, I had to hit that. You know what I'm saying? Man, he told that white woman all kind of stuff. He told her the name of the woman whose apartment or a condo she was staying in. Apparently that was her friend, and she hired her. She hired her, in her office. So when Terrance and Ashleigh were speaking to one another through the text messages about, is there anybody you could think of that we should subpoena or we could subpoena? He started dropping names. He was saying, yeah, you can subpoena her kids. You can subpoena her assistant. He just started dropping names left and right. And she says, oh my God, yeah, that would be a great idea. Can you imagine pulling somebody's daughter up in the witness stand to testify against their mother? Are you kidding me? This woman is rash. She's rash. But she's working for a rash man, I guess. Trump is no joke. So they didn't even know about this friend, you know? And I mean, 30 pages of text, and he's just giving up all kind of information. They wouldn't have even known about how to locate her name had Terrance not told them how to do it. So at some point in time, Terrance not only was talking back and forth with Trump's attorney, one of Trump's attorney, the white woman, chances are he was trying to get in them draws, okay? But I mean, the fact still remains that he's talking to the other side, and he's giving up his friend. He's telling her all kinds of And cold part about it is that Nathan was sitting in the courtroom yesterday when dude was sitting there sweating bullets while they were asking him those questions. You see, he wasn't trying to answer them. Ooh, not only is Nathan sitting there in the courtroom watching you stab him in the back, and in a few other places too, you got somebody out here in Atlanta watching your ass. Imagine that. He's going to have to move. That's what's going to have to happen. He's going to have to move out and hopefully find somewhere else to practice. And learn better brand manners. And quit touching people in the workplace. Had you not done all that, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about right now about this case. But you know what? Fannie and Nathan, y'all, it's so obvious. It's so obvious y'all was knocking boots and doing all kind of in between the sheet shenanigans. And if you wasn't doing it in the sheets, no telling where you was doing it. Doing it on the cruise and doing it in the bathtub and swinging from the trees and limbs and whatnot. Girlfriend, Fannie, what a legacy to leave for your daughter. Oh, my goodness. Poor baby girl. But you know what? Send her to Diddy's house. She might get popular like Lori Harvey. That seems to be the going thing these days. All right? That's just a little tidbit of advice. But despite all that, it was a good day today. And you know what? I'm hungry. I ain't had nothing to eat. But you know what I'm about to do now? I'm waiting on DoorDash because I ordered me something from Jack in the Box. I ain't had no Jack in the Box in a long time. And I'm going to treat myself tonight to some Jack in the Crack. And it ain't crack. It's just something we used to call it back in the day. So, after I done said all that nonsense, ain't nothing else to talk about. I mean, I'm tired. My back hurt. Physical therapist came over today and worked my butt off. I wish it was off because it's way up there now. But, man, sometimes it sucks to get old, but I thank God I'm still here. Pain and all. Thank God about it. So with that said, I'm going to tell you this. Ooh, Jesus. Had to shift. I had to shift. I'm checking out now. But before you leave, if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe. And we will have another talk tomorrow, maybe. I'm sure enough will pop off. Yeah, I think there will be some discussion because Ressa Tessa got her a BMW out of the deal from that stuff that she, why the did I, or who the did I marry? She just getting over and over and over, bless her heart. And them YouTube streets are saying, streets, Jesus, those YouTube streets are saying that the story was not even her story. It was copied from someone else. But that's allegedly. But how brilliant. You don't want to buy your own shit, so you'll just make up a story and have people feel sorry for you and give you shit like BMW. And if BMW is that, you know what, BMW, I need a new vehicle because my son, he wrecked my car. It was just a fender bender, but it's gone and I don't have it anymore. And I need a new car and I love Beamers. Can you help me? It don't even work like that. But it works for her. She done been to London. Now she got a new Beamer. Must be nice to lie for shit. That's not nice. Because shit do come back on you. But I tell you what. Maybe if you go out there and really go out there like people used to do back in the day, maybe you will meet somebody. Okay? But my suggestion to you, my sister, is if it did happen to you, I'm just saying, because the allegedly stuff, they say allegedly this didn't even happen to you, but I'm just saying if by chance it did, all that investigation you did, you should have done that shit in the first place when you first met him. So guess what? Boom! I really can't feel sorry for you. You guys have a wonderful evening. Mwah! Love you. Take care. Bye.